Continuation of our work on the front end of the mini DeFi vaults. So let's firstly try to take away all this error we are seeing. The error we are seeing, these 5 errors on the terminal. Let's firstly try and take it away. So to take it away, we have to create a file. We'll create it in the root directory here. Name global.d.ts. The error is caused by TypeScript. So we have to define global types for uh, for the MetaMask provider, so that this error we are seeing, these errors, so that the error will go. So we come here. Okay, let's do it from here. In this place, we'll create touch global.d.ts for TypeScript. So it has created it. We'll open it and pass this line of code inside this place. Import MetaMask, import MetaMask in-page provider, from at MetaMask at MetaMask slash providers slash providers. So after that, declare global interface for window, then pass Ethereum. It will check for Ethereum. So the Ethereum wallet it will be checking will be MetaMask in-page provider. This one. To check for MetaMask in-page provider. Then we'll export it. We'll now export it out. Export this. Save. So you can see the errors has reduced to 3. From 5 errors, we are now having 3 errors. 1, 2, 3. So the next thing will be for us to install MetaMask for these errors to go. So if you click here, to the window object itself. So we have 3 errors remaining. We'll come back to this. We'll later come back to this. This one will be gone by the time we install MetaMask wallet. So now let's work on our wallet connects. So let's create inside components. Do we have component folder? We don't have component folder yet. So let's create component folder. Make directory components So we are creating components folder. Now inside component folder, we'll create different files. So the first one will be touch components component slash. So the first file will be wallet connect. So this is where we pass, write code for connecting our wallet, .tsx. So the file will have been created. Okay, inside the file, so inside the file, this another client side file. So we use client for it to be recognized as a client side. That is a front end side, a front end file. So import use effects, and use state to always set our state for update from import it from React from React. Then next import connect wallet, connect wallet from library or three. So sorry, import connect wallet. So after importing connect wallet, now export the function we have to write, the connect wallet function. We are going to export it. Export default function, wallet connect, wallet connect, export default function wallet connect. So we define our states, constant address for each wallet, set address, assign it to use state, use state, assign it to use state. So the initial state will be empty, be an empty string, so that later we can update. Then loading, constant loading, set loading, assign it use state, so initial is false, later we'll set it to true. Then next, so let's say firstly we want to connect wallets. So let me introduce inline comment. So this place is handling connect wallet. You can see the inline comment It's not part of the code. That's why it's appearing different in color. So the color will be different. Now, function to connect wallet. Constant, constant, undo, connect equals, we are using asynchronous operation such that the application will not crash while the wallet is trying to connect. So other things can still be running. So try try set loading. So firstly try to set loading, and set loading is true. So this one will check if the wallet actually load. If the wallet is actually available, then it will set it to true when it has connected. So after connection, constant address, to check for the address of the wallet. Constant address equals await await connect wallet await connect wallet. So it will listen for the wallet to connect. Then it will now set address for the wallet. Set address for the wallet. Set address as address. Set address as the address. Set address as address. Then catch, if there is any error, catch error, catch error, catch if there is any error, catch error, then the error we want it to display. Console dot console dot error, not dot log. Console dot error, pass it as error encounter. This is a custom error. Check. Okay. So catch error, console dot error, then alert the message failed to connect wallet. So this error will be thrown if no wallet is available and wallets cannot be connected. So it will tell us it cannot connect wallet. Then finally, let's do it here. So finally set loading, finally set loading back to false, Set loading back to false if wallets cannot be connected. Sorry. Set loading back to false. So set loading back to false. So that's the function for connect wallets. Now to disconnect our wallets, disconnect, disconnect, wallets. So disconnect wallet, constant undo, constant undo disconnect, undo disconnect, constant undo disconnect, assign it the function, assign it a function where we set address, initially empty, then use effect, use effect so use effect. The C stand for connect wallets, that is wallet that has been connected before, wants to check its state, want to change its state. So if the wallet connects before, if the wallet connected before, if its type of if its type of window, if its type of window that's undefined, if its type of window that is undefined, or or this one, this two symbol, you can get it on top where you have a forward slash. Sorry, where you have backward slash. You have backward slash closer to the what do we call it? This bracket. So you have it closer to this bracket button. The next button, that's where you have this uh, this or sign. So on your keyboard. So or if it's not window, if the window is not tally dot Ethereum, so if the window present is not Ethereum wallet dot Ethereum, then return, return. So this one would disconnect the wallet. The next thing, let's check if the wallet is if the wallet is available. Check if wallet is already connected. Sorry, I suppose not to go outside the function. We have not finished our connection wallet. We firstly check if the type of wallet is not correct. So this should be here. So window dot Ethereum window.ethereum dot request window.ethereum dot request. So in that request, we check for method. We check if Ethereum wallet is already connected. It should be Ethereum account. If Ethereum account is present, so if Ethereum account is present, dot then. So if he's able to get Ethereum account, now we want to disconnect the Ethereum account. So we'll now check for the account. We'll grab the account. So what do we want to do with the accounts? Constant accounts assigned accounts as string. So here we are changing the account to string, then string of list, change to string of list. Then if accounts dot length, if account dot length is greater than 0, that is, if there is an account, if there is a real Ethereum account, we now want to set the address of the Ethereum account, set the address of the Ethereum account as account list of 0. So this is the point where we remove the existing account that has been connected. We'll remove it away. So this is the actual place where the final disconnection takes place. Constant accounts equals account as string, accounts as string, accounts as string. Okay. So do we have problem? Do we? This one's supposed to have closing bracket. then dot, oh, there's error. This code block to this place, this code block, okay, to this place, this it ends here. I cut it out. It's supposed to be inside this place. So if accounts, after this if accounts, supposed to space it, then that's remaining code block supposed to come here. So this one will be together with this here. So window dot Ethereum dot requests, then we check for method. On the method, we look for the existing Ethereum accounts. Ethereum accounts. Then dot then. Then we check for the accounts and we assign it function of this. Constant accounts equals accounts as string. We convert to string of a list. Then we check if an actual account is actually connected. Then we set the address of the account back to 0 so that it will remove any existing connected account. Okay, let's move on. Listing for account changes. So we want to check this one is looking for change in account. If one account has been connected and another account uh, is trying to connect. So constant handle accounts changed, assign it arguments. So unknown, we don't know the arguments initially. Unknown, and its list of unknown accounts. So many different accounts can be connected. So make it possible for several accounts to be connectable. So we pass it to a function where constant accounts equals arguments that starts with from list of 0 as a list and convert it to string of lists. Now if accounts dot length, if the length of the account is strictly 0, if the length of accounts is strictly 0, set address set address initially empty, initially make it empty, else. So this one will firstly see no account, then later we can connect different accounts. Else set address to the number of accounts connected, starting from 0. So this one creates list of different wallets that can be connected. So window.ethereum window.ethereum.on which can be or cannot be. That's why we put the question mark. It can be on or it may not. So accounts changed, account change, the handle accounts change, handle accounts changed, handle accounts changed, and a function, return a function. So which function will it return? Window dot ethereum window dot ethereum which may be present or not dot remove listener which may be present or not, then accounts changed, account changed, handle account change, handle account changed, handle account change, then your code breaks, then here I've made a mistake somewhere. So I've made a mistake somewhere. This return statement, um, window.ethereum dot on, window dot ethereum dot on, then account change, undo account change, then return this, remove listener dot account change, then undo account change, I have issue with one, maybe the way I'm typing I've omitted one bracket. I've omitted one bracket. This, this, comma. I'm the one confusing myself. So this, but there's error in this place. There's an error in this place. This one should be account account change here in line 45. Window.ethereum.on, then which is checked, then dot this account change, then okay, after this undo account change, then this code break, then this one to code break here. So after this last something here, okay, not this one. Okay, yes, on this side, this second to the last. Um, there should be a bracket here. The problem in this place actually comes from, this is the root of the problem. This use effects, uh, this is an error. The C wherever is an error. So what's supposed to be here is we have another uh, bracket here such that uh, such that all this line of block of code, mm, so after this one, this block of code supposed to come into play, this block of code to this place, so to this place, let me cut it off. Okay, up to this, so up to this place, the list here, everything's supposed to be inside here. So I will correct that to this place. I'll cut it from here, then I'll put it in its proper place. So this is how the line of code is supposed to be. So there will be code break here. So that's what is causing the error we have been battling with. Now we now want to, so all this one are JavaScript. Everything we have been doing are JavaScript effects. We have been doing JavaScript since. Now we are going to now create the HTML elements that will actually display the front end out. So these JavaScripts are are what gives the background effects on what the button we are about to create now will be doing and how the page will look. So return return return. So in our return statements, we'll now this is a we're in JSX file, so which enable us to integrate JavaScript together with HTML. So class name, flex. These are tailwind styling, items, flex items center. Want the item to be centralized. Then gap 3. So these are styling. So we have created the division. So we'll now use JavaScript. We bring in address, which can be present or not. We check it and we close it with clean this one. So, so. Then span class name, rounded, background. We give it background color of gray, background gray 100. Yes, we give it this. Then pixel of 3 pixel thick, 3 pixel thick. Okay, sorry, that's not pixel. The left and right dimension, py2, py2, and the text. We want the text to be small. Text small. Oh, pardon me, I've made a mistake again. This should be, cut it, should be within this. Okay, so we'll close this and we have the span closing. span closing. Okay, so in between the opening of the span and closing of the span, we want to display our address dot slice. Remember we pass our address as list of string, so we'll now slice it out so that each character on the address can be seen. So for each character on the address to be visible, dot dot dot. So we slice for the first six elements of the. So let's say this is our wallet. So it will pick the first. It will slice from zero from this first, the first index, and pick the first six. It will pick the first six, but the sixth one will not be inclusive. So it will pick one, two, three. It will pick one, two, three, four, five. So and later it will now show dot dot dot. So that's what display the wallet that we have connected to. Then address dot slice -4. So this one go to the end of the string. So let's say this is the wallet. After picking the first one, the first five, then this one go to the back and pick the last. So we now see the wallet showing some character here, then dot dot dot, then the last character. So it's a conventional something that can be used, or you may decide to show the whole wallet address. But this is how it will display it. So this span make the thing bold a bit so that we can clearly see it. So after the span, now the let's now create the button. Okay, let's create the button. Button on click. So when we click the button, what do we want the button to do? We want the button to trigger undo disconnect. We want it to trigger undo disconnect. So this one will call our undo disconnect function and make it do its work. So this is the button that will be disconnecting the wallet. So class name, class name. So we are styling the button that will be disconnecting our wallet. Rounded big. So we want to use the text we want to use on it. We want it to be big red 600 size. 600 by size. Then the left and right alignment px4 py2 px4 py2. Then the text is white. Let's use white text. Then we want it to have effect such that by the time you move cursor close to it, when you move cursor on it, we want it to change its feature. So it will change to background red with a 700 size. 700 size. Okay. So for the button, so the name of the button will be named disconnect. So when you click, you will see disconnect button now that you can click to disconnect from your wallet. Disconnect. 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 Okay. So we have committed some HTML error. So it's time to clean it. You can see by the time we introduce this closing syntax, which closes the opening we have here, it closes it. So here we embed another HTML. We embed HTML in HTML. So you can see the error. So we open it here, then we close it here, such that this disconnect button will be within the division. So it's embedded in the division. So it will not be shown initially. It's after we have connected the wallet. So when your wallet is not yet connected, this disconnect button will not show. But immediately the wallet is connected, the disconnect button will now be visible. So that's what we achieve there. So now let's go and create the connect wallet button. So to now create the connect wallet button, we'll close this one here. Then we open another something here. So now let's create the connect button. So button on click, what do we want it to do? We want it to connect wallet. So we pass undo connect function to it. So when we click it, it will trigger undo connect wallet. Then we check disabled initially. Check disabled to loading. Make it to be loading. Loading. Now, styling. Class name is assigned rounded. So we want the button to be rounded. Is background. Let's make it blue. Background blue. 600. Let's make it 600. Background blue 600. Let's not go out of it like before. So our alignments px4, py2, ps4, py2. The text that will appear on it, we want it to be white. Let's use text white text. That's the color of the word. Then we want to give it an over effect. So background of blue, and size of 700 as well, like the last one. Size of 700. Then disabled. Disabled. The disabled will be, we have background of gray. Let's give it gray background. 400. Gray 400 background. Okay. So we've committed HTML syntax again. We have opened something here. We did not close it properly. So we close it here. So you can see the button thing to have been closed with this button close tag. Okay. So in between the button tag, we pass loading with JavaScript. We pass loading. Then we question the loading if it's available or not. So we display connecting. So while the button is connecting, it will show connecting. It will show connecting. Then to grab what is connecting to, we introduce another string whereby it show connect. So we now bring in connect wallet. Connect wallet. This is our connect wallet. So it will now show that it's connecting to the wallet that we have set. Show that it's connecting to the wallet we have set. So you can see we close the button, then we have this and this. So we have this and this. Here, I think we use code break here. So this is it for our uh, wallet connect.tsx. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check with the one on ground before. We are through with our wallet connect.tsx. Now let's look at the errors we have been having. In the first from this place, when we are looking for type of window in this place, this is supposed to be undefined, so I omitted D here. So if we correct it, we can see the error has reduced. Remaining one error in our wallet connect.tsx. So this account, it said parameter accounts implicitly has an any type. So let's change this. Instead of any type, let's change it to string of lists. So string of lists. So that one to solve the problem in this place. So no more error is being thrown. Okay, let's save. So next thing is for us to the next thing is for us to create components for deposit.tsx. So the web3.tss, sorry, the web3.ts implements some of the things the provider check for window such that wallet connects. This one is a helping file for the wallet connects components. So this is what shows the wallet connection and implements how wallet will be connected to our Sepolia. I mean, our MetaMask wallet will be connected to the vault. So Apart from this, we need components that will show the we need components that will show that will handle the deposit, our ability to deposit. Then we also need components that will handle our ability to withdraw. So as we under the components, as we have wallet connect.tsx, we also have deposit.tss. We also have withdraw.tsx file. And those two files too will have epic file in the library folder here. So next, let's create uh, touch touch. Why am I using X instead of C? Touch components slash wallet. Oh, sorry, we have wallet connect already. So touch component slash deposit dot tsx. So we have created the deposit uh, component component for deposits. So that will give us a button where we can actually implement deposit uh, transaction. So use client because it's a front end side. Use client, import import use state. We are importing use state from React. So import use state from React. Then import edas from edas. Import edas from edas.js. Then import get vault write contract. This one will throw error because we firstly have to create the helping folder inside the library here, which we have not done, but let's do it. So this function, this get vault write contract is what enable uh, transaction to be written onto the blockchain, onto the Ethereum blockchain. So get vault write contract from, so it will throw error from at library. So meaning we're supposed to create a library for contract.ts from contracts. So you can see it's showing error. It's showing error because we have not created the file. Because we are here to create that file. So. I'm looking at it. Maybe we should firstly create those folder. Um, but those are the points where we do our actual integration. That's why I'm looking at. Maybe I should push it back before showing it. Okay, let's move on. So, but remember that we are going to create this contract in the library here. So we have not created it. That's why it's showing error. So import, and because of that, it will show a lot of error in our work. imports. Okay, we are through with the imports. So exports, let's give a space. Exports, exports, default function, deposits, deposits, export default function, deposits, export default function, deposits, constant amount, set amount, set amount, constant amount, set amount, assign it, use state, use state, set to empty string, so such that we can grab the initial state for the amount and later update it. Then constant loading, when the transaction is loading, set loading, sorry, set loading equals use state use state, then we'll set initial state to false, so which will later set to true when the thing actually load. Then constant status, so the status of withdrawal, is it successful or not? So set status, set status, set status as use state, use state, so set status as use state, that one too is set to an empty string. So now constant undo, deposit, undo deposit is assigned a synchronous function which will pass to this function body and pass this function body to it. So using try and catch error method, try if, let me go and copy that, okay, let's not copy it. Try if not amount, if not amount, or if not amount or number, which is amount that is checked to be less than or equals to 0. That is, if the value of the amount is not less than 0 or greater than, I mean, if it's not less than or equals to 0, then raise alert, alert. Sorry, if not amount, if what we are trying to withdraw is not in monetary form, if it's not an amount, and or if the amount we are trying to withdraw is less than, if it is less than zero, if it is negative, or if it is equals to zero, it should alert us that we cannot withdraw such. So alert, enter, to alert us and tell us to enter a valid Ethereum amount. So we shouldn't be able to withdraw zero Ethereum or withdraw negative Ethereum. Then we return. The function should give us a return. Okay, we are not yet true. It's telling us that try and catch something is not properly ended. So we are not yet true. So set loading, set loading, we set loading back to true. So if the condition above is not happening, that is, if we have amount that is real amount and the amount is more than zero, then we expect the loading to load the value of the amount. So loading becomes true now. Then we'll now try to update the state. Set status, set status. Status will now inform us that we are connecting to contract so the thing should be able to connect to contract and give events that we are connecting to the contract. Then constant contract, so the contract to be connected now is defined equals await. So which contract are we connecting to? Await get vote right contract, get vote right contract, get vote right contract, then set status. Set status to waiting for wallet, waiting for wallet confirmation. Dot dot dot. So it will tell us that the contract is trying to connect us and the contract is waiting for wallet confirmation. So next, code break. We are still inside our try and catch error. Next, constant, constant transaction, constant transaction equals await. So the transaction we are trying to do, await contract dot deposit. So we want to deposit. Now we pass the amount we are trying to deposit. So value of what we want to deposit is derived by using eithers dot pass Ethereum, ether dot pass Ethereum, then put the amount we want to send as the argument. So the amount we want to send as our argument. Code break here. Then set status. Set status. Set status. Transaction. Transaction submitted. So if the transaction is successfully submitted, it will give us this event. It will log this event for us. Then then await await transaction dot amount, await transaction not amount, await transaction dot await await transaction dot await function. Then set status set status set status that tell us that deposit is successful. Deposit is successful. So here I want to put a mark that will give us mark. So let me quickly search the internet and look for a mark. Let me look for mark. Mark symbol. Mark symbol. Okay. Let's copy this. Okay. Let me copy this. So let me paste it here first so that I can edit it. It's only the mark I need. Let me clean all this blah blah blah. So I need only this. Just to give our view more uh, effects. So I've cut it from there. So I now put it here. So it will give us a mark symbol telling us the transaction is successful. So we'll put small ginger effect. So transaction successful. So deposit successful. Next, set amount. When deposit is successful, then we have to update the amount. So set amount to check the initial state of the amount. Check the initial state of the amount. So set amount set amount, then catch error, set amount, catch error, let's use another format, catch any, sorry, error any, catch error, which is any that arise, then console dot error. So show the error on console, show the error on console if if error dot short message, if error dot short message, there's any short message error, as as implement this as set status, as set status that inform us that transaction failed. That inform us that transaction failed, and then finally set loading, set loading back to false. Wow, there is an error. There is an error. Set status where I have a successful deposits. Where we have our successful deposits. So from this set amount to this set loading force here, let's cut it. Supposed to come after this place. We're supposed to have line break here. Then look at the parenthesis closing here. So our code file is supposed to be inside here. Can you see? So wait, it's wrong. Let me go back. What's wrong? What's wrong? Okay, I've gone back. So after successful set status here, Set status when our deposit is successful here with this mark. So I put line break here. Then this to continue the line of code. Okay. So this is the stage we reached before I copy, before I cancel out. So now let me put code break here. Then there will be code break in this place. What's wrong? Expected try, expected try. So meaning we are out of try and something block. There's a mistake somewhere. Set amount, then catch error any. There's error with our parentheses. Set status, then set amount. Catch of finally expected. Cursor set amount value. Set state action string void. Okay. Await transaction dots await. Then set status. Set status. There's error somewhere. To fix this, to fix the error we ran into, our program starts from this place. Set status where we have deposits successful with this check mark. So from here, we don't have a closing parenthesis here. So this closing parenthesis is supposed not to be here. So we can firstly start by taking out everything we have here to this first set loading. Cut it, come inside here, put it back, paste it. So our program is reduced to 2. Now let's go to from the check mark. After deposit is successful, when we set status for deposit to be successful, we set amount initially to have status of that is empty. Then we will later update it. We now catch error as any console.error of error. if error does short message, this is another place where we made mistake. So if error does set message, then we will now return, we will set status for error. So if error does short message, then what's the message? We did not pass the message body. So we'll now set status as what? Error dot short message. As error dot short message. Then code break. So after that code break, we now have our else statement. So the else we're having here supposed to be here. So we have else. So when we have else here, the next this thing supposed to be in front of else here. So let's clean this else. So this is it. So else, then set status transaction failed. Now this this opening parenthesis is closed here, but if we check, this parenthesis is closed here, this one is closed here, but there is one more parenthesis that we have not closed. So let's go and check this parenthesis. This parenthesis is what closed here. Then check this white one. Okay, this one closed here, this one closed here, this one closed here. So we have one more parenthesis that is not yet closed. That's why we are seeing the error. So let's go and check the parenthesis that is not yet closed. So this try parenthesis has not been closed. Click on it. If it is closed, we will see where it is closed. It's closed there. Catch. This general parenthesis, let's see where it's closed. It's closed there. Okay. Let's troubleshoot. If this one, we have seen where this closed. The try parenthesis, we have seen where it is closed in this place in 29. Then this parenthesis, it's closed there. Okay. Let's check another one. Another parenthesis. This one is closed. Then what of this one? This parenthesis, you can see it's not closed. After catch error of any, the parenthesis there has not been closed. Go through it. Okay, it's closed. This one is closed there. This one is closed there. This one closed there. This one closed there. Okay, all our parentheses are closed. What of this one? It opens here. So the problem comes from this place. After set status transaction failed, we're supposed to have a closing parenthesis here. So supposed to have a closing parenthesis here. So you can see finally has been, it's now functioning. So this one, close this. This close. You can see there's no more error. So one parenthesis is not properly closed. And the thing is telling us that all parentheses are closing. This start here and close at the bottom here. Yes. Okay, remaining this one. So this parenthesis here, the parenthesis here is no more having a closing. Okay, I hope we can see now. So the export parenthesis, this one is not what we've not been closing it, and that's what is throwing error. So this export parenthesis now is what closed here, and that solved the problem. so so we have only one error, which is the error for this one, because we have not created a file in that folder. So we don't have error again here. Now these are the Java, the TypeScript uh, side. Now the HTML side in our DSX. So return, what are we returning? A division tag. We are returning a division tag, class name, division tag, class name, max, maximum width, then rounded, large, border, P6, shadow, shadow, FB, oh, background white. So this division is what we use for introducing our title, where we use h2 elements, which is an header tag, which is an header tag. So class name mb for text 2xl 2xl font. Want to use font of want to use font that is bold font, so that the text will appear bold. So this is done. Now, what will be in our what will be the title for the header? Deposit ETH, deposit Ethereum. So that's for the title of the division we are trying to create. That's the title of the division we are trying to create. So still within the body of the division, but under after the closing header title. So inputs. We want to create a placeholder where you can type in the amount that you want to deposit. So type equals the placeholder should accept number, then it step the number, it will be sorry should accept number, and want it to step the number. We want to step the number it will be accepting with 0.001 so that you can input the Ethereum to be withdrawn in 0.001 value. Then so that would be 1/1000 of an Ethereum. So it will give Ethereum value in thousand. Then minimum you can input, let it be 0 for the placeholder. Then placeholder so the placeholder is set with default of 0.01. So you'll be seeing 0.01 faintly, giving you the format in which input can be passed. Then value. Now this one assign anything you type in the placeholder, it will assign it to the value. So placeholder, then value, it will assign it to the amount that you are trying to withdraw. Amount. What's happening now? Typing inside there. So amount. So this sets the value. Then when the button we are going to create is clicked, what do we want to be doing? On change equals, we pass the events that will happen. The event we expect to happen here, we pass it to set amount. So it will be updating the amount. Set amount e dot events dot target, that is event to take place, will target dot value. It will target the value in the Ethereum wallet that has been connected. So and enable the position of that value. So we are still on this inputs for placeholder. So we now style it the way we want it to appear. Style. So let's style it MB4 W full. We want it to have full width, so it will cover the whole length of the page. Rounded. Then we want it to have border and P2, paragraphing of 2. Then For this, it will be self-closed. So we self-close it. So that's how we create a placeholder. Now, the button for the division that will be shown that someone can click to effect the position. So we create button on click. We describe the event handling for the button when it is clicked. So on click, what we want it to do, we now call undo get away. We now call undo deposit function. Undo deposit. So when the button is clicked, we want it to trigger undo deposit. Button on click, undo deposit, disabled, undo deposit, disabled is set to loading initially, loading, then class, now the styling, class name, we want to give this one to full width, rounded, background of blue background, 600 size, then px4 py2 py2 py2, then the text white, text white, then when cursor move over it, I want it to give it effect, background blue, 700, then disabled background gray, 400, then we close this, close the button. Now in between the opening of the button and the closing of the button tag, then we grab loading, checked, we check for loading, depositing, so it will tell us it's depositing the amount is intended to deposit. Then we call the deposit to deposit it. So it will now tell us the so amount has been deposited. Then we'll close the button tag here. Then we'll make the division more more interactive by while the button is loading, after the closing button tag, we grab status, and this, we grab status. So this uh, paragraph we are creating should be within the place where we are grabbing the status. Um, so paragraph elements, class name, class name, styling MT4, text small, text gray, 700. Then we close it. Then within this, we pass status again. Status. We grab status again. So then we close the division. Then this one, we code break. But there's one problem. This our return statement must be captured in this export general export function. So we now remove this. We remove this and bring it down to this place. After this code line, we return the closing brackets. So we can save this. Oh, and deposits should be undo deposits. Save back. So we are through with our deposits.tsx. So the only error we are having now is the folder, the file we are yet to create in the library folder, which we are going to create. So which we are still going to create. So that's that with uh, deposit.tsx file. So what do we do? Do we firstly go and create that library.tsx, or we continue with our other components folder? Okay, let's quickly go and create library.tsx so that let's create the contract.ts file that is throwing error in this deposit.tsx transaction. So this contract.ts file is a major file where we actually integrate the front end with the back, where we actually integrate the front end with the smart contract. So take note of the way we structure it and the way we implement that. I actually want to do it last before, but because of the error it will be throwing, because uh, we'll still make reference to it when we are creating deposit. As we make reference to it in deposit.tsx, we'll make reference to it in uh, withdraw.tsx as well. And there may be another file that we may make reference to it. So that we will not be having error compiling on error. So it's better we create it once and for all. So touch library, we are creating the folder touch library uh, contracts.tsx, touch library contract.ts is a TypeScript file. So in the library contract.ts, use client, use client, use client, import IDAS, import IDAS from IDAS.js, import IDA from IDA.js. Then from this library, this Web3, so we import our provider for connecting to wallet, import import uh, get provider, import get provider, get signer, get provider, get signer from import get provider and get signer from dot slash web3.ts. So from this file, those are the things we configure in web3.ts file. Then we now import from our vault contract, import vault, import vault artifact, import vault artifact from where? Import it from at, if you go in this if you go into contracts folder, in the contracts folder, in this output folder, then you will see vault dot t, you see vault dot sol, you see vault dot sol. So inside this vault dot sol, if you go, you see vault, okay, this is test, it's not test, oh, sorry, I click on test, vault.so. So inside vault.so we have vault.json. Inside vault.json we have the ABI. So this is the ABI we are coming to grab, that I want to grab now. So let me close this and go back to our library contract.ts. And that's the point, that's what we use to integrate with the smart contracts on the front end side. So from at slash, then we'll go into contracts slash, inside the contracts we'll go into output folder, out slash In the auto folder, we go to uh, vault.sol. Yes, we go to vault.sol. Vault.sol. Don't click vault.z. This is for test. This is for the smart contract. Vault.sol. Then slash. Inside vault.sol, we grab it from vault.json. So vault.json. So we have imported our ABI for the smart contract from here. I think those are the three imports that are necessary. So now, export, default, export, default. Before we export, let's define some constants that we may need. Constant, contract, contract address. Contract address is assigned process dot env from our environment. Process dot env dot nextjs sorry, not nextjs, dot next underscore public, next public vault, next public vault address, next public vault address. So the constant for contract address, we'll pick the contract address from our .env file. So if you check here, we don't have .env file for the project as a whole. The other .env file we have created is for the contract. It resides inside the contract, and that one is handling the secrets we need in the contract. This one is handling the secret for the contract. So the next one we'll create now, we'll now create another one outside in the main project for the entire full stack app. So in that, we'll have a variable called next public vault address. So that's the first contract that will be looking for that one will be storing the address, the address where our smart contract is deployed to. That's what that one will be storing. Okay, that's what it will be storing. So next, for our chain, remember we have to define our network. Is it mainnet or testnet? So constant Sepolia, excuse me, constant Sepolia chain ID is 111555111. That's what we use to represent with a 0 times a the other time. So uh, then constant uh, constant provider is assigned new edas dot JSON response JSON. Okay, it brought the option, I did not see it. JSON R RPC JSON RPC is not API provider. JSON RPC provider, this one. JSON RPC provider We'll now assign it argument of process dot environment. So it will be reading value from our environment dot next public next underscore public underscore Sepolia underscore RPC URL. So if in your own project, if what you use is in Furia, sorry, if what you use is not okay, we use Sepolia RPC URL. So you use the right network, you copy from the right network where you create, where you get your RPC. If your own is in Furia, you go and copy from Furia. If your own is from Alchemy, you go to Alchemy. So please don't make mistake. So after this, we have declared our constants, the contact address, Sepolia chain ID, and the provider. Now, our functions. Let's have comment here. So the first function is the one that can read transactions. So let's say read function that read only on contract. So it reads only on our deployed contract. So export function gets gets vault read function that read from vault contract assign it a value. So this one will be reading from vault contract. Return new edas dot contract return new edas dot contract so return new edas dot contract pass the argument process dot environment dot next public vault address then we pass the argument which is vault artifacts dot the ABI. So in the vault artifacts we are grabbing the ABI which we need, and we also grab the provider. Pass provider to as an argument. So these are the three things we need from here. So we export that. Then another function that can write to states, that can write to the smart contract. So write contract. The function that writes to the contract exports default okay, let's not default it. Export asynchronous function get vault write contract So we want to pass a body to it now. We want to pass body to vote right contract, constant, we pass argument rather, constant network. So the network we want it to be using await signer, await signer dot provide, it's not signature, get away. So await signer, take this, await signer dot await signer await signer dot provider await signer dot provider dot get network dot get network. Why is it complaining of the provider? Okay, let's carry on. So if number network dot chain ID is not if it's not Sepolia chain ID, if it's not Sepolia chain ID, if it's not Sepolia chain ID, throw throw new error, throw new error, please switch, please switch MetaMask to Sepolia, please switch MetaMask to Sepolia. Code break, code break. Then return new either dot contract, new dot contract. Then inside it pass arguments like contract address, vault artifacts, vault artifacts dot ABI, vault artifacts.avi and signer and signer. So this is the contract.tss. This place there's an error here. Supposed to be comma. This place supposed to be comma. Okay. This signer, why is it throwing error? Okay, let me go back here. Import get vault. Is it read or write? I think it's right. Wait, this is deposit, right? Yes. Vault get vault right contract. Right. So the error has gone here. Save. Now in the contract.ts signer signer. It's not seeing the signer. It's not seeing the signer. Can it be because of the .env file? Can it be because of the .env file? Okay, let's quickly create the .env file for this. In the root directory, create touch.env. So touch.env. Close this. Come to this place. You see the .env. Make sure you are not inside the contract folder. So this is the .env. So in this .env, we are going to have store the following. Your next public vault address. So you copy the address to where your vault has been, where your contract has been deployed to. The address shown when your contract is deployed, that's what you assign as the next public vault address. Then your Sepolia RPC URL, your HTTPS Sepolia inferior something that we have been using is what you use there. Then your private key from your MetaMask that you have copied is what you use there. Then your next public Sepolia RPC URL. Okay, this repetition here, you can see what we have here is the same thing as what we have here. So let's clean. Okay, let's not clean. So those are the three things you pick. Sepolia RPC URL, next public vault address, Command C. So I'm just copying from here. So those are the things you pass here. Let's save. So signer, signer. Wait, in web3.ts, how do we describe the signer? Export function get signer, undefined. Okay, small letter, constant signer. So let's go back. It should be small letter signer, constant signer. Signer. Is there error the way we declare it there? Signer. Provider signer address await signer dot get address. Uh-huh. So why is it throwing error here? Await signer dot get signer. Sorry, await signer dot provider. Why the error? Okay, let's leave this. We'll come back to whatever is causing the problem. And sometimes it may be TypeScript. If you close it and reopen, the error may not show again. Sometimes this is TypeScript thrown error. Wait, in our global.d.ts, global types, um, where do we have it? Contracts.ts file, the signer, constant network because I would signer.get network, signer.provider, constant signer equals I would. Okay, we've made a mistake. Where is it? Sorry, it's in contracts. Okay, so where is it? Constant network equals, we're supposed to define contract signer before the network. So that's why we have error. Constant signer is assigned await dot get signer. think await signer dot get signer, await get signer, await get signer. Oh, I just remember something. There's a place we do await dot await instead of await dot wait. Uh, so the error is gone. So we are through with our library contract.ts. But I remember one place where I did something like await.await. Let me search where I did await.await. Await dot await. We don't do it. It will throw error later, but what could it be? Is either wallet.tsx or in my mind just went there. Await dot await. Supposed to be await dot wait. Wallet connect dot tsx. Okay, let's check deposit dot tsx. Constant transaction equals await contract dot deposit. Hi, this place it will cause error. So it should be transaction dot wait. Save back. So that has been corrected. Now let's create withdraw.tsx uh, file. Let's go for withdraw.tsx file. Sorry if the video is getting too lengthy. This is what you do as a front-end developer. So it's a lot of work before they finally create the visual we normally, I mean, the site, the interface that we normally interact with. A lot of things go behind the scene. So touch, we are going back to our components folder, components slash withdraw dot tsx. So do mini divide votes components components slash withdraw dot tsx. So why is it saying cannot touch? Oh, see my mistake. Oh, I put slash component, so there's nothing like that. Touch component slash withdraw dot tsx. So it has created it. Withdraw dot tsx. So use client, use client, import use state, import use state from React, from React, then import get vault read contract to read, because oh, to withdraw it should be right. Get vault right is writing. Get vault right from library right folder. I mean library contract folder. So export default function withdraw, export default function withdraw. So the body of the function, our constant set loading, loading constant loading, then set loading, assign use state, set to okay, loading is either false or true. So let's firstly set it to false. Firstly set it to false. Then constant status set status assigned use state set to initial string. Now our undo withdraw function, which we firstly define as a constant so that we can use it in button. Constant undo withdraw is assigned a synchronous function which is passed to a body of function. Then. So why this constant undo withdraw assign a synchronous function, and this is the function. Oh, there is a mistake. I did not notice it. The brackets for use state here are splitted downward. I'm surprised. Okay, so inside the body for this asynchronous function, we just try and catch error method. So here too, we have to be careful so that we don't have the same issue we have the other time. So set loading to true, then set status to give connecting status, connecting to contract dot status, then constant contract is assigned await dot get vault write contract. What's better? Okay. Catch method finally come. Okay. Then set status telling us is waiting for wallet confirmation. Waiting for wallet confirmation. Dot. Waiting for wallet confirmation. Um, constant transaction is assigned await contract dot withdraw function dot withdraw await contract dot withdraw, then set status to give us event that transaction submitted. The transaction has been submitted. Transaction submitted. Then await transaction dot wait. Await transaction dot wait. Await transaction dot wait. Then set status. That our mark. We also want to introduce it here. So let's go to deposit.tsx and copy that. At this place. Let's copy it from here. So withdraw.tsx, the status this okay. So we now say withdraw withdrawal successful. Successful. Is it double L or successful? I think it's double L. That's a typo error if there is error in it. Okay, like this. Now uh, catch error as any catch error as any catch error as any then console dot error as error, console dot error as error. Now, if error dot message, if error dot short message dot short message, then give the events. If error dot short message, now set status as error dot short message. As error dot short message as if error dot reason. So here we are using as if statement. As if error dot reason is a bit more complex than the other one. Then set status as if error dot reason, then set status as error dot reason. Give us the reason why there's error. To give us the reason, error dot reason. To give us the reason why there's error. Then as if if it is error set status error dot reason, we've run to prayer again, as if, okay, this last one is wrong. As if is this bracket, as if, okay, oh, that's not what we want. We want to take this one back here. As if error dot message, as if error dot message, then this, okay, then set status as error dot message. Set status as error dot message, then as now set status to tell us that the transaction failed. Tell us when our transaction failed. To tell us when the transaction failed, then after that now have our finally statement. Finally, 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 set loading to false. Finally, set loading to false. Then these two parentheses. So now our return statement for the GSX parts return now our division class name maximum width medium, then rounded. Sorry, I'm outside the styling. Okay, rounded, large border with background, that is white. P6 shadow medium, shadow medium. So we'll close the division. Then within the division, we create other elements of size 2 for title with class name for styling MB4, text 2XL, font bold. We want the font to be bold. So we'll close the header element. So here we name the section to be withdraw section, withdraw ETH. So serving as a title for the section. Then we'll make sure we are still within the division. So we introduce a paragraph element with class name of MB4, text gray, of 600 size, text gray of 600 size. Then we'll close the paragraph. Then the paragraph we write withdraw your entire vault balance. So prompting, telling someone that is capable of withdrawing his entire vault balance. Is capable of withdrawing his entire vault balance. So after the paragraph element, we now bring in our button that can be clicked to effect the withdrawal. Button. For that button, when the button is when the button is clicked, on click, we want it to trigger handle withdraw function that we've created above. Then disabled is set to loading. So immediately it is clicked, it can show us the loading status. Then I don't want us to go far on the line, so let's now style it. Let's style the button. We want it to have full width, so it will cover the whole page. Full width, rounded, background red, 600 style, background red of 600, then px of 4, px of 4, py of 2, py of 2, py of 2, then text white, text white. Want the text to be white in color. Text white. Then we want to give it over effect. Over want to give it an over effect. Let me take it to the next line. So over, want to give it over effect. The background is red of 700 size. Disabled, background gray, 400. Then we close the styling for the button. Then within the button and its closing tag, we pass the status of loading, checked. Then we pass withdrawing status, withdrawing dot dot dot, and sets it with withdraw. With what happens with withdraw. Then we'll close the button tag, which we have done here. Then after the button tag, the closing button tag will now pass status to the division and 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 assignment operator. This now inside this we introduce uh, another paragraph element. Its class name empty for text small, text color gray 700. Then we'll close it. Oh, sorry, we didn't close it properly. We'll close it. Then within the paragraph, we grab the status. So now I have closing parentheses for paragraph, for division, and for the. So here we close put break. So we are done with our withdraw page, the withdraw component. So where are we having error? Is it await.get or await.get? Okay, it's await.get, not await.get. So, so this is it. So far we have created so many. We have created components. We've created deposit.tsx, walletconnect.tsx, withdraw.tsx. So we still have more to create. We have to create component for transaction history. That will be transaction history.tsx. So apart from that, we'll create for votes for vote balance. So we have vote balance. Uh, we have user balance.tsx. Then we have vote balance.tsx to create. That will be grabbing the balance in the vote. Then we will now go for our what's the name? We now go for our app page to show to implement how the app page will be displaying. Then for our navigation bar, we also create navbar.tsx. So we still have some components more to create, which means by now, if we check our application, it's not yet ready. It's not yet ready for what do we call it? It's not yet ready for uh, how can I put it? Okay, let's check it. npm. Okay, node v. Let's see if it's still visible. Node version we're using. So npm. Sorry, nvm use 22 node. I'm changing the node version. Now npm run dev. So let's see if we can still see anything reasonable. See a lot of work we have done, but if you still go to the uh, URL, we won't still see anything because we've not worked in the final part that display everything we have done so far. We are yet to touch that part. see. Let's see. You can see we are still seeing it the way it is before. Telling us that NextJs to get started exit the page.css file. So meaning we are yet to touch that place. But that doesn't mean we've not worked. A lot of work has gone at the back, but it's not yet uh, everything, all the components we have created, we've not sent it to where the final UX templates will be visible. So uh, next will be for us to create components transaction history.tsx. So let's do that. Touch touch components components slash transaction history.tsx. Touch component transaction history.tsx. I think maybe we should upload this video and continue so that the video will not be too long.